if you are in a new relationship, and if you are saying you really got that soulmate this time, we'll talk back maybe next year. Superficial approval of each other, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the real love. And happiness that we seek from love. So these teachings are something so different than most people in the West. They are seeking the love, happiness, joy, fulfillment, and they do many things. They get education so that they have a good job and they have a good life. They have more money, they have a better life. How many of you really see that it really worked out that way? More money, better life, good education, better job. I think the reality gets revealed when you get to the, what we call, do you want to hear about that? Midlife crisis. So, thank God it comes in the midlife. Now you can do something for the later life. If it comes in the later life, you don't have a chance to do anything to find the right source of love and happiness. Right? So, I also want to know, somebody who hasn't gone through some sort of midlife crisis, means your job didn't work, your family life didn't work, your life with your parents didn't work, your education didn't work, your happiness didn't work out, through all these different mediums through which you are seeking to be happy and joyous. I'm sure you got that in the first part of relationship. That I know. That's why when I see hand up, yes, I got it, you are still in the first part of relationship. There is a middle part and there is an end part. Do you get it? Every relationship. If you are working, you're a job, if you are married, or if you have parents, it's all good. Relationship works, and then it just begins to deteriorate, conflict begins to arise, and then there is no solution, only problems. So, how many of you got married or had a job or you had an education so you can have a little more bad time and be more unhappy? Nobody does that, and yet everybody becomes unhappy doing what they would do for happiness. Did you know that? You know that, but you don't remember that. So I have to remind you. So why does it happen that way? That's my question to you. Do you have any answer? Like, why doesn't it work? Some people go through 5 intimate relationships, 3 different jobs. They moved from 5 different towns, have new different properties where they live. Nothing works. Why? In a one sentence, it is, you are looking for love everywhere, but where it is not, and missing where it is that happens to be inside of you. That's the only reason. I want you to know that entire human history, at any one point, the population is 7 billion people. There has never been a single incident where somebody was looking for love from somewhere else, from better business, more money, more prestige, more success, and better relationship, soulmate relationship, that they got so much in relationship, so they had pleasure, happiness, ecstasy, then they got to heaven, both of them. I want the one evidence why you are looking for it, and you don't stop with that. I want you to be awake, to know the secret of happiness. That's what I'm talking about. It lives in you. That's what yoga is about. You're looking everywhere but where it is. How does that fit so far? Do you understand that much? Do you understand? Yeah. Some of you are still deciding. I don't know yet. I have to know. Tell me a little more about it, Gurudev. You heard all of it. There's nothing more. If you understand this, you know that you will not try to get love from someone else. How many of you have a really hard time with your parents? I don't want you to raise your hands because that's embarrassing. I know. How many of you had a hard time with parents? And why did you have a hard time from parents? This is the strangest thing that happens in this culture. It happens in all cultures, but excessively, that's what I meant. Why did you get so much? And most people think that if I got accepted by my parents, by now I would be enlightened. They messed up my life right from the beginning. I mean, can you believe this? My parents did that to me. People are so mixed up in their perception for what is love and where to get it and what you think about your parents. They did not fail in giving you love. They failed in fulfilling your expectation. Try it, see if it fits. They failed your expectation. If you thought that if my parents will allow to go on a date with a strange-looking guy and even come home at 2 o'clock in the morning, my parents should love me. They should accept me. And then if parents don't do, some people say my parents abuse me. When it happens on an exceedingly more level, it becomes even very violent interaction. But then they call parents, they say, it's because I love my child. That's natural. But the child interprets like he didn't fulfill my expectation, so he doesn't love me. Do you see the difference in how you perceive from each side? This is what exists in all of your relationships with your husband, wife, children, parents, coworkers, friends, everywhere. So when these yogis, they discovered the secret of life. They saw that why people don't get the happiness and harmony and peace that love brings to you, why people fail to get. They got it 6,000 years ago. So they develop a whole new system of how to find the love where it is hiding in you. That's why, so the love that you look for outside is very much like, it's like a moon being reflected in the lake. And then you think moon is in the lake. Love is in the lake. And it's not in the lake. It's a reflection in the lake. So how good a diving gear you should have so you will find the moon. How good should you be so you will find the love from somebody else, which is the reflection of your love that appears to be outside, but it lives inside. It's not hard work or finding the right guy. Only you can be the right person to love yourself, accept yourself, approve of yourself. That's where you have separated from the source of love within seeking everywhere and moving further away from the source of love within. I have written a book on yoga of relationship. I think every one of you should get that. And that has won 5 book awards in 5 different book shows, because it has such unique ideas about how to heal from the painful, hurtful, emotional wounds of the relationships you had in the past. That's how clear it is. So it got 5 awards in a book show. So, I mean, there are hundreds of books in the competition. So this is what I'm talking about, how to find the love that lives within you. You can be loving. That is available. But if you ask other person, you better be loving to me. And if you are loving to me, I get married to you. How dependable that is. That person is hating, he's in so much indecision with himself, he loves himself, and within seconds he hates himself. And you want him to love you. Who are you? What planet you come from? To expect such a thing to happen, that can never happen. But in the beginning it will happen. That's how your ego mind misunderstands the whole thing.